Good morning. Oh my God, I love that good morning coffee. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Bambi. I thought you were live. Tracy, Luis, Wisco, Gal, Aaron. Good morning. So, we have a lot of shit going on with Diddy. So, if you guys aren't familiar with the Gender Motivated Violence Act, it expired on February 28th. Now, that bill was passed in 2000 and it gave them a 7-year statute of limitations to file claims, okay? But it was extended. So it expired Friday. On Friday and a couple of days before, on Friday and a couple of days before, Diddy amassed another 9 lawsuits against him, 10, and then one against his mother. Who? So Kirk Burrows, who is let me see if you know who Kirk Burrows is. He was a partner or co-founder of Bad Boy Entertainment. Okay, he filed a lawsuit claiming that he had been subjected to sexual harassment, violence, intimidation spanning more than a decade, he said. Okay, it was filed in New York by his attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, who Tyrone also represents Lil Rod. Okay? But not only that, he turned around and sued his mother a couple of days before then because he says she ousted him or unlawfully seized 25% of stake in Bad Boy Entertainment. Okay? He said that she participated in a fraudulent scheme to obtain 100% control of the company. I'm like, wait a minute, not Janice, but we also know that Janice is just as crooked as her damn son. Okay? Um, But according to Kirk, oh God, he says that Diddy repeated sexual harassment, physical aggression. He said forced compliance with degrading sexual acts. He said these acts were unwanted. He says that some of it had nudity, sexual overtones, voyeurism, acts of exhibitionism. I said, God damn, Kirk, you are a grown ass man, just like all the rest of. Good morning, my savage. Good morning, baby. Hi, Michelle. And so he's going in for the kill. Okay. He went in for the kill. So besides Kirk Burrows, we have Seven Gazelle and what's her name? Sarah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh my God. Sarah Rivers. They went in and filed. Okay. Now, besides those two, there are 7 others, but they're not naming them right now. So, River states, oh my God, this shit is crazy. Um, River states that while she was in the group, the band, okay, she filed her lawsuit and she's filing for $60 million. Good morning, Edwin. Good morning. She filed her lawsuit. And in that lawsuit, she's asking for $60 million. She says that he sexually harassed her. He stroked her breast during the filming of the MTV reality show Making the Band. She said that she refused his sexual advances and he retaliated against her and blackballed her from the music industry. How many times have we heard this? How many times are these lawsuits filed that include Lil Rod? He was scared to leave because Diddy had the reach that he would blackball him. When he did say he was going to do something, he threatened his family. He threatened his children. And we know his attorney quit. Everybody is going, why did he quit? Well, one of the things, it was necromancy, which is black art, which is what was said that Ben Affleck caught Jennifer J-Lo doing. And it scared the shit out of him. And I'm like, they also said it had necrophilia. Now we know that they've been going through all these tapes. They're going through all the evidence. Normally, when a case is this close to trial, a judge will not release an attorney. But when that man said, under no circumstances could he represent Diddy, I was like, oh shit. Hi, Bree. He wasn't going to do it. So she said, I'm talking about Sarah. She says, while doing the filming, and now her lawsuit is 148 pages. And I really don't have time to look at 148 pages. Seven's lawsuit is 44 pages. Hi, Wendy's front yard. Yes, devil worshiping stuff, Bambi. What? For walks in a butter, girls act savage. Hi, let them. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome. Oh my God. So going through these pages of the lawsuit, and then the fact that, and here's the thing. I'm not using my printer to print all of this, but I can pull it up in PDF form, and then I blow it up and I go through and I start reading it, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, what is wrong with these people? Jen, thank you for the super stickers. You know what? Hold on a second. I'm going to do a goal with just the blue ones so I can reach a goal since Jen is in here. Light blue. Let me do that. And I'm going to keep it there and I'm going to start it. Jen, I started watching your live. I was told that I needed to watch your live. I started watching it and I haven't finished it yet. But I started watching it. I guess it's the one from, hold on, let me tell you the title. Hold on, let me tell you the title, Jen. Matter of fact, I have you on pause right now. Sus Sunday. I started watching Sus Sunday, and then I saw you went live yesterday. So I have to watch that too. I ain't got shit else to do this week, so I'm catching up. Okay, we're good. So they filed just in time because of the Gender Motivated Violence Act. Okay. They extended it out because of all of this that was going on. There she goes. So with that last minute filing, and I said it was like 9. I counted 10. Okay. But they're saying that it's well up to 15. I didn't see 15 unless they haven't put the filings out, but I counted 10. So Sarah Rivers, who went by, good morning, Scotland. Thank you. Sarah Rivers, who went by Sarah Stokes. Okay. She said that Diddy controlled her sleeping schedule. He mocked her eating disorder. He made her do menial labor without pay. And then she also talked about the time that he made her and the bandmates walk around Manhattan to bring him cheesecake. We all saw that. Okay, I tried watching that dumbass show, but I did see that. And I said then, this man was a piece of shit. I've always thought he was a piece of shit. But I want to say in the Kirk Burroughs lawsuit, he claims it's in the lawsuit that Diddy is responsible for Tupac and Biggie's death. That's what Kirk Burroughs claims. Good. Thank you, Michelle LaBelle. Thank you. I don't know why that's not registering because I did the blue. Maybe I did it wrong. Shit, I don't know. I don't know. I did it wrong. Thank you. So he claims in a lawsuit, Kirk Burroughs, the co-founder of Bad Boy Entertainment. We all suspected it for years. There's been talk about it for centuries. We know Keefe D was responsible because him and his nephew, we knew that shit was going on. Oh my God, you're gonna do my catwalk. Jen, I just wore heels for the first time a couple of weeks back after I had all of that stuff done when I was out for almost 2 months. I just put on heels and it felt so weird, but I put those damn heels on. So we all saw this. Now, I am trying to pull Kirk's lawsuit. It was filed Friday for Diddy, a couple of days for his mom. When I went into Scribe, it wasn't there yet. So I will definitely try it again, probably later this afternoon. So she said, Sarah Stokes, said that he ridiculed her physical appearance. He inspected her butt, her ass on numerous occasions. I'm like, okay, I get it. You want to get into the music industry. You're being degraded. You're being herded like cattle. How much more degradation can you take? For what? The mighty dollar? It's not worth it. And in the end, she was still blackballed because she didn't succumb to what he wanted her to do. I just don't understand it. So she said that Diddy cornered her one time, and he was in. I guess she said a low sensual voice. Is there anything? If there's anything that you need me to do, and he took his hand and was running across her breast. She said that she ran from that encounter. That's what she says. She ran from that encounter. So why are you suing him for $60 million? Because other women, good morning, Sarah motherfucking Z. Other women couldn't get away from him. But you were able to run from him according to what you said. Now, his attorney again is saying that this is nothing but false claims. Mr. Combs never assaulted, sexual assaulted, trafficked, or man or woman, child, minor, whatever. That's what the attorney's saying. When we already know that's BS. And if we don't know it, we need to know it. It's BS. Hi, Christoph fan always. Okay, have a good day at work. So she said they filmed around the clock from 2002 to 2004. She said she was never compensated for any of the filming. She said the band was given $5,000 in cash after they did a tour, and that's it. But then she turns around and she says that that Diddy threatened him with signing a publishing deal. Now, we heard when Nas said he did the same thing to him. She said that Diddy made it known if they did not sign, the group would not continue. So she said in exchange for her signature, she received a one-time payment of $25,000. She said that Diddy got really upset because she rejected his advances. She was questioning the contracts. Um, and she said that to him, she posed a threat. So he abruptly fired her and disbanded that entire group. Now, we heard he's done that on several occasions. Day 26, he sexually harassed those young men. He actually took advantage. These young men are crying, grown adults crying for the sexual assault and abuse and harassment they went through with Sean Diddy, Brother Love, Puffy, whatever the hell he's calling himself now, Jailbird. He's done all those things. We knew his mother Janice was aware of when he raped this woman at when she went over to help her friend that was wheelchair bound, because he called his mother and the mother was trying to keep her from pressing charges. Sean is just like his daddy, the drug dealer, the pimp. The mother raised him to be the pervert he is today. Okay? She raised that pervert. She raised him. Um, she says that she attempted to continue her music career, but he called Capitol Records and basically told them not to sign her. So it's Capitol, you have Universal, you have all kind of record companies. But she said she found out that he called Capitol Records and interfered with her signing a deal with that label. I can believe that. So, not only did she file, but we now have seven. Seven filed. Oh my God. She says when she met Diddy in 2017, she was already an artist at that time. She said he lavished her with praises and gifts. He used his influence on her career, and he supplied her with drugs and alcohol. Same thing Cassie said. Same thing Lil Rod said. Same thing, I forgot what's her name. She said the same thing. With no rhyme, Diddy must go down. With no rhythm, Diddy must go down. Our music industry sadly broke Ken. And yes, good old Mama Diddy. Trash, in my opinion, of course. Yes, she is. Good morning, Amber. How are you? Wendy said, I can also believe that she just didn't get signed and wants someone to blame. No, Wendy. She has an affidavit also that stated Sean Combs. So she's bringing this into evidence. Like I said, her lawsuit is only 44 pages long. She says, the first instance of a sexual assault happened. Um, she said that she said, forcibly compelled her to perform oral sex. After she did that, he violently raped her. That's what Hi, Wind Whispers. That whole family is crazy. And then you have his son, Justin, that wants to be just like him. Yeah, he's the one that looks just like him. What's that, Christian? No, Justin is the one that looks like him. So, um, she said that he violently raped her. She said it concerned. Well, of course, it's not without her. It's without her consent. She said that she had refused to engage in any type of sexual acts with him. So I'm trying to now. This is what gets me. In this lawsuit, she says that one took place on a plane and one took place at, I think she said, uh, Capitol Records. She said she fell into a cycle of abuse with him. She said he would alternate between sexually assaulting and humiliating her and then showering her with excessive kindness. That's the same thing that Sarah Stokes said he did to her, except for he didn't get his way with her. She said that he coerced her into taking pills that rendered her unconscious. She said that, I'm trying to, hold on a second. Okay, no, I'm sorry. It was Sony. It was Sony. She said one attack happened at the Sony station in the uh, Sony Music in New York. She said another one took place on the flight. Here's my thing. You already an established artist. I get that. The first time this man sexually assaulted you, forced you to give him oral sex with his nasty disease ass dick, okay, that goes in any hole he can find. First time he did that, my ass would have never spoken to him again. I would have gone straight to the police. That's what I'm having an issue with. I understand that the fact that he's all powerful, he's the wizard, but you want to have all of this on record. I understand the lady in California. She didn't file one but two police reports. Two. And now they're investigating why those reports were never followed up on. Now she's saying that when they were on a flight, she woke up and he was raping her. Nobody else was on this plane with you guys? Nobody else was on this plane. Our people are standing there watching him raping you like they were watching Dr. Dre beat Michelle A's ass in the studio and nobody did anything. Is that what I'm being led to believe here? You yourself said you were an established artist. Why are you subjecting yourself to this bullshit? This makes me wonder about his relationship with J Lo, because she practices Santeria. Was she doing this with Diddy? We heard the driver of the car or that cab that night when Diddy was trying to get him to take the gun. We heard the ex-bodyguard said that Jennifer handed him the gun, which when we heard all about the shooting and Shine took that fall because Diddy set him up, but he gave him that money when he came out. Even that woman that got shot in her face, she said it wasn't him. This is the kind of shit that he's been doing. He wants to be like his dad. When he said he never wanted to be anything like his father. You're worse than your father. So she also has Christina Corin, Sean's Diddy's chief of staff, his Yasleen Maxwell to Jeffrey Epstein. So we're going to say that Diddy is Jeffrey and Christina is Yasleen Maxwell because she was facilitating all this. You heard when I played his assistant that said that he would have to get him baby oil and he would call him all hours of the night. It was part of the job. And most of the time he received his orders from Christina when they had to go in and clean up a hotel room when there was blood and shit and everything else all over the place. And he would call him or send him a message. He was like, yeah, it's pretty bad. We've seen those messages. We've seen the messages. We've seen Sean texting his assistant. We've heard the calls that they played on the fall of Diddy. There is not enough amount of money or fame that would make me go through that. I would have ended in prison. See that, Wind Whispers? See that? Wendy's front yard. That's my take too. There's zero accountability. Everyone has forced to hang out with him and keep going. That's what I'm saying. And that's true. They're not reported. But then again, we're looking at Diddy. We're looking at Sean Combs, who wields a lot of power. If we go back and look at a few of Biggie's interviews, the way he would look at Diddy, it was like, nah, bitch, I'm getting away from you. Diddy was set to leave that label. There was nothing Sean was going to do that was going to keep him at that label. He wanted nothing to do with it. Same thing with Tupac. Oh, damn. I don't have that call with Suge Knight from prison. Fuck. I have to go back and find it. Good morning, Snuggle. Good morning. So Christina was part of it. If you don't believe me, go back and watch The Fall of Diddy. It's on Netflix. It's 6 episodes. You will hear his voice. You will see his messages to his assistant. You will see Christina's messages. You'll see him asking for the baby or the Astroglide. You're right, let them. You're exactly right. He took advantage of their vulnerability. But then you have these young kids. Same thing with R. Kelly. Same thing with R. Kelly. You as a mother and a father, you knew the rumors. You've heard the rumors. It was all over. How dare you let your daughter go to a studio with R. Kelly by herself at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning? Are you crazy? Good morning, Jenna. Are you crazy? Even if the rumors weren't true, they were still there, but we know they were true. I wouldn't trust my dog with R. Kelly. Or Diddy for that matter. I'm not saying allegedly. I'm not saying any of it because I've always looked at him as a piece of shit. I never liked him. Even when Biggie was doing it, he's always in every video. He's got to be seen. I never liked Diddy at all. Something is not right with him. So then we have, whoo. But again, all of these people are now coming forward. You have his bodyguards, the ex people that work there. What the ex chef that's in? Why did you not do anything? One bullet would have taken him out. Exactly, let them. So there is no excuse. We all heard. I'm serious. When I heard that song, what is it? Beep beep toot toot. I said, "Oh shit, he's running around the schoolyard." On the down low. That's those were adolescents, young adults, and men. Listen to the words in that man's song. Coming out the closet, out the closet. Come on, guys. They were like, "Oh no, I wasn't." Listen to the words. Just like another one bites the dust. Squeak. Nobody understood he was talking about a shooter, a mass shooter. The electric slide. It's about a vibrator. Mary Jane. Rick James. It's about marijuana. It's not about a woman. It's about marijuana. Exactly. Your kids are messed up behind this shit. Messed up. Then um the lawyer Jordan Mercer, his name is Jordan Mercer. He's filed 7 other lawsuits on behalf of other people. Um that span about a 20-year period. Letitia Forbes claims she was 17 years old in 1994 when Combs allegedly raped her at Bad Boys offices in New York. Billy Cummings says she was 14 or 15 years old in 1995 when he allegedly molested her by grabbing her vagina during a video shoot for Notorious Big in New York. Ian Ferron claims that Sean violently sexually assaulted him in 2003 when he was 19 years old. Again, there's a Jane Doe that filed Friday. She's 16 years old. She said that Diddy assaulted her in 1993. She said she had just given birth to a child shortly before the incident, but managed to make her way to what she thought was an audition to a backup dancer for Combs. She alleged that she ended up at a home on Long Island where Combs handed her a drink, 16, just had a baby. He handed her a drink that was laced. She said she was rendered unconscious. That's what they always say. She woke up in the back of a moving vehicle hours later with signs that she had been severely damaged and brutalized in a sexual assault. So, let me get this right. You had just given birth, 16 years old. You see, they're looking for backup dancers. I don't think your body is ready for all of that. But then again, 16, you can bounce back. Now, you had signs of being severely damaged and brutalized. First of all, you're 16. What kind of drink did this man give you? Was it fruit punch? What did he give you? Then again, okay. Okay. Maybe something's wrong with me. No, he can't dance. He used to act like MC Hammer. I don't know if you remember that. Let Them. When he would be in the videos, he would try to act like MC Hammer. He cannot dance. There is nothing about him or Jay-Z in my wildest dreams that I would ever want to sleep with. Ever want to sleep with. Thank you for the Cash App. Thank you. There is nothing. I don't care how much money you offering me. One looks like a camel, and he looks like a ferret. I'm trying to think, what did I compare him to at one time? Hi, Assassinino. Good morning. I'm serious. He is just disgusting. Now you have all these people coming forward. Again, you're all complicit. Every fucking single one of you are complicit. You knew he was beating Cassie's ass. He gets up there and says that never happened. Bam! Video drops. Video drops. Him dragging Cassie down the hall, kicking her in the stomach, kicking her in the face. Then he goes on IG with the fake ass tears with his cross eye, talking about he's a changed man and he was going through a rough time and not that shit backfired on you. You should have admitted it when you did it. Admit it. Take accountability. But no, couldn't do that. Couldn't do that. And now his attorneys are jumping on the case against Tony Bugsby because Jay-Z's case was dismissed without prejudice, meaning she can't refile that case. So now Jay-Z's attorneys are going after Tony Bugsby, and Sean Diddy, Brother Love, Puffy, whatever, his attorneys are going after Tony Bugsby as well. What I'm having an issue with Tony Bugsby is this. You said you would vet every case before filing a lawsuit. You vetted, you contacted people, you offered them settlements. That's not them taking accountability. Call them all out for the perverts and the sexual deviants they are. I don't give a fuck who it is. Call them out. Call them out. You know, people laughing about Allie. Now, Allie is another Jaguar to me, except for she has more truth in what she says that has been said forever. And she was too young to even realize that. But then again, I wonder about her foster mom. We hear about the foster system in California. Well, not just California, how they lose kids and everything else. Are we kidding? Diddy's mom needs to be charged as well. I'm waiting for Diddy's son, Justin, who has the, is it Christian that has the lawsuit or Justin? See, I get them fucking confused. The one with Justin is the one that doesn't, that had his car, was it repossessed because his daddy wasn't paying his note? Or is that Christian? Whoever the one looks just like Diddy. Shit, I can't remember his name. The one that looks just like him. And that'll be King. But he's known as King looks just like him. That's Christian. King. Christian is King. He looks just like him. He wants to be like him. Yes, there's always a price to pay. Yes, I do. I discuss Diddy a lot, but only when there's new updates. Now we know his court date is coming. He's going to trial in May. I discuss Diddy a lot, but I only discuss when there is new stuff that's coming up. The same stuff over and over again. No, I don't. So, um, in the lawsuit, hold on, I'm going to get I forgot what's his name. Kirk Burrows said that Diddy bragged about orchestrating, orchestrating the hit on Tupac Shakur. Keefe D has been saying that Diddy and Suge Knight offered up $1 million apiece. Nobody was listening. Keefe D has been saying that. But now you want to come out and say this shit. Excuse me. Excuse me. Why didn't you say all this stuff then? Everybody has said it. Everybody has known it. But now you're going to put it in a lawsuit. Keefe D said. He said it when he was in court, when he was doing his preliminary hearing. Girl, okay. Let them. Jaguar right. While there is some truth mixed in what she has to say, but Jaguar Wright basically be repeating the same stuff that's been said in the industry for years. Now, she was pretty close to Jay-Z. I do believe a lot of her Jay-Z stuff. I do believe her when it comes to Jay-Z. She was really close to Common. I do believe her about those. But Jaguar's also a nut as well, who didn't believe her mother was dead. Yep, you better not ever go to cell block 1. They all going to be in there together. So, under this filing, it says John Doe. Okay? I'm going to tell you, I believe it's Kirk Burroughs. I believe it's Kirk Burroughs. Now, he filed a suit against Diddy, a suit against the mother, and there's another suit filed on the same date, but it's under John Doe. Who else would be Diddy be that comfortable around that he's going to brag about orchestrating the hit on Tupac? You know why? Because that Hit 'Em Up record, when he said fuck your mom, fuck your bitches and the click you with. He said they strapped for life. Tupac was coming. He orchestrated that hit. I do believe that. Always have. I do believe Suge has something to do with it too. You're not going to tell me you're riding in a car and your ass just gets sprayed with glass. Not one bullet hit you, but you got little nicks on you. Man, you laid that seat back when you pulled up and you knew they were coming. Hi, Chantel. You knew they were coming. You knew they were coming. You can't tell me Suge wasn't a part of that. My son was how was Nathan? 9? 9? 10? He even said it. Everybody knew it. People were scared to talk about it. Now they're saying that Snoop has something to do with it. Okay. Okay. So he's saying that what John Doe says. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. He says that he bragged about it. He also talked about the night that he was at the Intercontinental Hotel in New York. He says that Diddy instructed him to perform sexual acts upon a woman companion for multiple hours while engaging in degrading acts upon her. He said that Diddy gave him some water. He said that he lost control of his body. Oh my God. He said he went to the bathroom because he wasn't feeling good. He said Diddy followed him in the bathroom. And he said Diddy kept telling him, don't go, stay, let's turn up, let's turn up. And if you know the actor, oh my God, what's his name? The pretty one, Columbus Short. Columbus Short. He said Diddy tried to lure him to party with him in Los Angeles, kept telling him there was an after party. He's asking him who was there. He's telling him it's just him, and he wanted, come on over, let's turn up. Columbus Short was in the bed with his wife, and his wife told him, he says, "Nah, man, I thought you said there was a party." He's been trying to get Columbus Short for the longest. Columbus Short turns him down every time. Money. Money. He can make or break them. Yeah, I need evidence of a Snoop. My thing is, when this trial starts, there are not going to be cameras in a courtroom. It's federal. I will be on Twitter, well, X, getting live updates because they're tweeting the whole time. Whoever, I'm telling you, we won't get any camera action unless there's a new rule that they're making that cameras can be in a federal court. I want to know about this video evidence. That's what I want to know about. So, he has a habit. I wouldn't take, I don't, you know what? Let me tell y'all, I can be dying of thirst. I can be in the middle of dying. If Sean Diddy offered me a drink, I'd be like, "No, thank you. You drink it first. You drink it." There is too many. Now, Lil Rod to me he put out a lot of evidence in his affidavit. He put out pictures, he had links to videos, everything. You click the link in the affidavit, you need to have a password to view. Lil Rod has the most compelling case to me because he's backing up everything he's saying with evidence. My problem is Lil Rod knew all of this was going on, but it took his family to be threatened and his children to be put in hiding before he does this. And he only filed after Cassie did. Diddy has been trying to settle, trying to get people to make calls. That's why he wasn't allowed out on bail. He's a danger. He is a fucking danger to anyone. You offer them 50 million, 2 houses, passports, and they still tell you, fuck no. I'm telling you, let them, no thank you. No thank you. I will be choking. No thank you. I'm good. I'll be trying hard to swallow all my spit. No, no thank you. I won't take a drink from this man. So, um, I will try again to pull that lawsuit from Kirk Burrows. It's not inscribed yet. It's not there. I pay enough money a month for Scribe. So well, it's not a whole lot. Let me stop saying that. But I need to read that lawsuit. I'll go on to glory before I let you go. Oh my God. Yeah, y'all think I'm kidding. I would rather die than take a drink from him. So we know that Dolly Parton lost her husband yesterday. Um, what is he, 82? Her husband died yesterday. Now with Jay-Z, Mr. Camel himself, um, his lawsuit, as I said, was dismissed. She can't refile it. Jay-Z is going after Tony Bugsby. And in all actuality, um, I really think this is warranted because I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. Tony Bugsby said he would vet every lawsuit. He sent a letter, a demand letter, so to call. He said he was going to produce that demand letter that he sent out to numerous people. Still have not seen that damn demand letter yet. Jay-Z is claiming it was extortion. Busby saying, no, it's a standard demand letter, which I understand if you didn't put it out there, you are an attorney and you do know that this guy is not going to stop. He's not 50 Cent level of petty, but he petty. Okay. 50 Cent is petty. I would never want to piss off 50 Cent. That man is petty to the he petty down to his cuticle on his toenails. Okay. He's petty. That's how petty he is. But in the midst of all this stuff going on, Jay-Z's attorney, they're coming after Tony Bugsby. I get it. I understand it. Tony Bugsby has basically been quiet. Tony Bugsby is a damn good attorney. He's not putting everything out in the media. But you shouldn't say that you were going to put the demand letter out and you never did. Now, what Diddy is riding or living up, riding mini bikes in jail, going to the hospital for some fictitious knee problems because you don't want to be in jail no more, which they said that he was in the infirmary, but then they took him to a hospital. Okay. Yeah. All right. Got you. Ain't nothing fucking wrong with him. His kids are out having a damn good time. They're having vacations. They're having shopping sprees. You doing all of this on daddy's money. But guess who's not? He's really, Quincy is there for his sisters. That's LB Shore's son. In case you don't know, LB Shore will be testifying in Diddy's trial. From all indications, Diddy is the cause of LB Shore being hospitalized all that time. Diddy, in my opinion, killed Kim, Andre Harrell, Heavy D. Although Heavy died of a heart attack, but you know they got medicine that makes it look like you're having a heart attack. There's no more people that own that company but him. He was threatening LB Shore. Kim was telling LB Shore, just stay away because he will kill you. He didn't want LB Shore to have anything to do with his son Quincy. He never adopted Quincy. That man has been lying. Quincy's last name is still Brown. He never adopted Quincy. No, Tony Bugsby. He never adopted him. But anyway, I think I gave you guys a really good breakdown on what's going on with the latest Diddy saga. Hi, is it Shy or Chi Chi? Hi, Shy. Nice to see you again. Good morning. I gave you a rundown on that. I think I covered everything that I had written down and things that really caught my attention. His trial starts May. What is it? May 15th, May 20. His trial starts in May. Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. So, you guys remember the case of the daycare worker in Harlem where the little kid had the fentanyl and he died? Well, she just got sentenced to 45 years. So, I have some stuff in queue that I want to share with you guys on the latest news. Here we go.
Also developing tonight, a former daycare owner in the Bronx sentenced to 45 years in prison after pleading guilty to several drug charges.
That's right. The charges stem from the death of a 1-year-old who was exposed to fentanyl at the daycare. Fox 5's Arthur Chan is live outside federal court in Lower Manhattan, where her sentence was handed down. Arthur.
Steve, Natasha, the woman's name is Gray Mendez. She is the woman who basically was the head of that Bronx daycare where all of this unfolded. She was just sentenced to 45 years in prison, as you said. Now, this is a case that horrified New Yorkers who learned of it as it unfolded. And in fact, it horrified anybody who heard about what happened at that daycare in the Bronx. Now, immediately following the sentencing, the parents of the 1-year-old boy who was killed spoke. Their heartbreak appeared to be as raw as when this all came to light 2 years ago. Their son, just 22 years old, Nicholas Dominici, died after he and 3 others were exposed to fentanyl. This according to court papers, which said the daycare that was entrusted with protecting them, the Vino Nino, actually was functioning as a secret stash house where fentanyl and heroin was prepared for distribution on a regular basis. Investigators even found a kilo-sized brick of fentanyl inside a closet of the daycare facility, in addition to other equipment used for drug smuggling. Gray Mendez was accused of calling her husband multiple times, allegedly to clear the drugs, while waiting before calling 911, even as the 4 very young children were severely overdosing. And by the time help arrived, it was too late for Nicholas. Right after this sentencing, Nicholas's parents spoke in an emotional press conference, drawing a painful distinction between receiving justice in a court of law and receiving justice in life. To make sure we get it right, our own Stephanie Bertini translates for us.
Nicholas is not going to come back ever. In one way there was justice, and now I want divine justice. I'm waiting for her to pay. I wish Nicholas was coming back, but he's not.
It's sad. I don't
Separately,
know if you guys
Mendez's
remember,
husband has already been
story.
sentenced also to 45 years in federal prison in connection with this case. One would hope that this allows Nicholas's family to start a new chapter, but hearing the pain in their voices today, it's hard to imagine that starting anytime soon. We're live at the federal courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Arthur Chan, Fox 5 News. Steve, Natasha.
Yeah, so terrible. All right.
So that I covered that when that happened, and then I have, hold on, it was something else I put in queue. Oh, Tiffany Henyard. Oh my God. So let's get into Tiffany. She lost the primary. Okay. She lost the primary. This is shortly after the brawl they had at the city hall meeting. She has lost primaries for both. The FBI right now, which we know, had been investigating her.
Tonight, new drama in Dalton. We've learned federal agents have issued subpoenas targeting the Village Hall. This comes as Mayor Tiffany Henyard was a no-show at tonight's meeting. Our Jermont Terry is live in Dalton with what it means for the village. Jermont.
Joe, Tiffany Henyard hasn't shown her face in the village trustee meeting since that now infamous brawl at the township. Now, after losing the election in a big way last week, she remains a no-show. This as federal subpoenas reveal there's a criminal investigation into Henyard, and her administration is now heading to a grand jury.
Mayor Henyard still not present, so we will continue with this meeting.
An empty seat Monday night as the village of Dalton holds its first meeting since self-proclaimed super mayor Tiffany Henyard had a super loss on election night.
Let's move forward, put this behind us, let law enforcement take care of that business. That is not our place right now, and we don't have the means to really deal with all these legal issues.
And the legal process continues. Last week, when Dalton voters headed to the polls, federal prosecutors came to the village hall and served these papers. It's a subpoena to testify before a grand jury. It's dated February 25th, 2025. The subpoena wants all emails, phone calls, text messages, and any other means of communications for property in Dalton where the owners could not get a license to operate, and much more.
With the subpoenas, we know there's going to be more to come. with other businesses, other vendors.
The subpoena is requesting the village turn over all documents, including employment records for all code inspectors, ranging from January 2014 through the present date. The federal documents are clear. This subpoena seeks records pursuant to an official criminal investigation.
Definitely going to comply with everything that they're asking for here.
Trustee Tammy Brown is not seeking re-election.
There's a problem here.
She tells me while Henyard will not remain mayor, the fallout of her behavior continues to be felt. Still dealing with what?
With problems that Mayor Henyard created. And that is going to be maybe the next 2 or 3 or 4 years. We got a long road ahead of us. A lot to work with, a lot to deal with, that Mayor Henyard created this monster.
Now, that subpoena shows that a special grand jury will meet later on this month. This as the feds work to build a very strong case against the Henyard administration. Live in Dalton tonight, Jermont Terry, CBS News, Chicago. Joe?
Jermont, thanks.
Mayor Tiffany Henyard absent. The board approved multiple collective bargaining agreements, as well as tens of thousands of dollars in payments related to lawsuits. Weeks before spring, it's a season of change in Dalton.
And I hope you all feel like I feel, like a fresh breeze has blown through the village of Dalton.
Mayor Tiffany Henyard was a no-show at this first village board meeting since her landslide defeat last Tuesday to Dalton trustee Jason House in the Democratic mayoral primary.
Let us believe that the atmosphere has shifted and the light is shining brightly over Dalton.
This board is about making sure that we listen to the residents and we are able to actually take things and put them into action.
Trustees at the meeting approved an amended collective bargaining agreement for Dalton firefighters, as well as a contract for police records technicians. The board also clearing the way for the approval of a liquor license for this Dalton bar almost a year after the owner sued the village, alleging in a federal lawsuit that Henyard refused to renew the license after he declined to give her a campaign contribution. Trustees also approved a $35,000 settlement for a former village worker who alleged in a lawsuit that she was fired for refusing to do campaign work. Messages left for a Henyard attorney requesting comment on that settlement and on that bar's liquor license renewal were not returned.
Watch breaking news on YouTube.
I'm sure you've noticed America's place in the world is upside down right now. Donald Trump berated Ukraine's president in the Oval Office on Friday. Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev tweeted that he loved seeing, quote, the insolent pig finally get a proper slapdown in the Oval Office. And by the way, he was referring to President Zelensky, not Donald Trump. Putin's longtime spokesperson, Dmitry Peskov, came out and said publicly that U.S. foreign policy now, quote, largely coincides with our vision, as in the Kremlin's vision. And I don't know that I've ever said this before, but Dmitry Peskov is absolutely right. I mean, just today, NBC News confirmed that the White House is pausing all military aid to Ukraine. And Reuters reported today that the Trump administration is also drawing up a plan to potentially give Russia sanctions relief. So, yeah, Donald Trump really is going all in on helping Russia, while simultaneously inflicting as much pain as he can on our closest allies. Today, Trump confirmed that 25% tariffs on goods from Mexico and Canada will go into effect at midnight tonight, just a couple hours from now. And as you know, that won't just hurt them, it will hurt you, the American consumer. And that fear was reflected in the market. Today, with the Dow closing down nearly 650 points, thanks in part to this.
On the tariffs, is there any room left for Canada and Mexico to make a deal before midnight? And should we expect those Chinese tariffs, the extra 10%, to take effect tomorrow?
No room left for Mexico or for Canada. No, the tariffs, they're all set. They go into effect tomorrow.
Joining me now is Chrystia Freeland. She served as Canada's finance minister and deputy prime minister under Justin Trudeau. She's now a candidate for prime minister herself. It is great to see you. You could be, which is pretty incredible to say out loud, you could be the prime minister this time next week. Tariffs, of course, are going to be a major issue. You've suggested Canada should fight back in a very
Can you hear me now? Oh my God, I've been talking and talking, and guess what? My damn mic was off. I was moving stuff around and I turned my damn mic off. Can you hear me now? This is crazy. Can you hear me? That's my fault. So sorry. My mic was off. Sorry. I was talking about Tiffany. Y'all didn't hear a damn thing I said. Okay. When I was showing the Tiffany Henyard video, when they were talking about the liquor license, okay? This is not the first time she's held someone's liquor license. I told you about the new bill they did. She was holding their liquor license. They had to sue. You see this other guy, he had his liquor license. He was going to get it renewed. She held it because he wouldn't donate money to her campaign. There are so many lawsuits right now against the township of Dalton and Tiffany because of her trying to extort money for campaign contributions or for investing in the skating ring that she named after her child. I'm not muted anymore. Scotland, go back in and come back out. I'm not muted anymore. So she's a crooked mayor. Very, very crooked. So she's put her team through hell. And they just agreed to pay out Scotland, do you see that? I'm not muted. Go out and come back in. Okay, so Tiffany Henyard, we saw that they had the previous mayor for Chicago that went through and did the audit and saw all the money that was misappropriated, all the money that she had used for personal items. We saw the money that she gave out to the chief of police, who is one of her really good friends, with the salary she was paying him. We saw the money that she was throwing into her boyfriend. We also know that she and her boyfriend were sued for non-payment of rent. Good morning, Gator Hater. I'm doing great. Tiffany Henyard is trash. But with this one, the Canadian Prime Minister is going to put tariffs, 100% tariffs on Tesla. Well, if she's elected. Justin Trudeau was talking last week about what they're going to do as far as the gas that's provided to the U.S., as far as the grids that the U.S. use that belong to Canada, as far as the crude oil that they supply to us. They're not playing. They're not backing down. He's being a bully. He's not getting his way. And I was trying to see if I can find it for you guys when Justin Trudeau was actually talking about, okay, here we go.
I'm joined now by Doug Ford. He is the Premier of Ontario, Canada. Mr. Premier, we appreciate time for us today. We know that President Trump delayed a month ago, and now we're hearing today that this will happen for Canada. Do you have any indication that he might delay them again? Anything that's giving you any hope at this point?
Well, first of all, thanks so much for having me on, Aaron. For the sake of the American people and the Canadian people, he needs to pull back. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen here. You know, President Trump ran on a mandate to create more jobs, keep inflation and low and lower cost. It's going to work totally opposite. Plants will close down within a week. Assembly plants in Michigan, which is a red state. Manufacturing will stop. And the people of the U.S., which I absolutely love, the American people, they're going to be paying more. The market is going to go downhill faster than the American bobsled team. It's going to be an absolute disaster for both countries. We're your largest trading partner. I don't want to respond, but we will respond like they've never seen before. You need our uranium. You need our potash. You need our high-grade nickel. I will stockpile our high-grade nickel that 50% of your military and manufacturing needs. Your aluminum, the steel, the lumber. It will be an absolute disaster. And this is all due to one person, that's President Trump. I have talked to endless governors, Republican governors and Democrats, senators and Congress people. I love the U.S. I lived there for 20 years. They're all saying this is the craziest thing that someone could ever do. Well, sir, it's going to create massive problems.
Well, let me ask you, you said a couple of things here I want to ask you about. First of all, you said that you will respond. Help me understand what you expect the Canadian Prime Minister might do and what you yourself might do as the leader of a province there in Canada.
Well, we'll respond strongly, and we don't want to. On the critical minerals, I will stop shipments going into the U.S. for nickel. It will shut down manufacturing because 50% of the nickel you use is coming out of Ontario. I've ordered our bureaucrats to cut off tens of billions of dollars of contracts that we have with the U.S. We are the largest purchaser of alcohol in the world. We buy over 3,600 products from 35 states. I talked to the governor of Kentucky and Mitch McConnell. Don't touch our bourbon. I'm going after absolutely everything. And I don't want to. We keep the lights on to 1.5 million homes and manufacturing in New York, in Michigan, and in Minnesota. If he wants to destroy our economy and our families, I will shut down the electricity going down to the U.S. And I'm telling you, we will do it. It's unfortunate. I would rather ship you more electricity, ship you more critical minerals. I want to ship you more potash to keep your farmers going, and uranium for your nuclear power. It comes through from Saskatchewan over to Ontario, and it's going to be a massive, massive problem. I'm telling you, we love the Canadians love Americans. I love the U.S. Everyone does, and not one American friend. When I lived there 20 years, I've talked to all of them. Hardcore Republicans are saying this is the biggest mistake President Trump has done, and we're dead against it. And I've yet to find one who supports him.
And so, if I'm hearing you correctly, you are ready, sir, to go to war, to go to a trade war with the United States with the Trump administration.
It's the last thing we want to do. It's one person that's coming to attack us economically. Your closest closest friend, your treasured ally that will stand shoulder to shoulder with you in every situation you've faced. And he's attacking the person, his number one customer. There's no country in the world that buys more products off the U.S. than we do. We're the number one.
And let me just say this. This is going to affect our supply chain, okay? This is going to affect our supply chain. If anybody works in supply chain, production, anything, it's going to really hurt and affect, because I get a lot of my stuff out of Canada. It's going to hurt us. Again, an hour ago, China just responded, and we're going to see that as well. This is crazy.
One trading customer to 28 states. And a lot of them are red states. They're going to feel the pain like they've never felt before. We're going to feel the pain. But I'll tell you, Canadians are resilient. We're strong. We're proud. And we're going to fight back like they've never seen before. And I'm sorry to the American people that your president has decided to do this. I apologize, but he's giving us no choice. There's nothing wrong with our trading. He keeps saying, oh, they're taking money. No, that's not accurate. Matter of fact, if you take out our oil, that you take 4.3 million barrels a day, and we keep things going, outside of that, take the energy to the side, you have a $55 billion surplus, which is good. That's fine. America has a $55 million process. And I mean, 55 billion more in trade, and God bless them. We want to expand the trade. We want to create an AmCan fortress, the two greatest countries in the world. We have what you need. We want to ship more what you need. And I'll be very frank, you're gonna see nothing like this ever in the history of the U.S.
You have taken a very strong stance here today. Have you had conversations about your perspective, your action plan with the Prime Minister, with the folks in the Capitol there?
Numerous times. I've talked to the Prime Minister up to a couple days ago. I'm the chair of the Federation, meaning the chair of all the premiers. I've talked to him on a daily basis. We all feel the same way. We do not want to do this. We love the American people. We love the U.S. But when one person attacks our country unprovoked, then we're going to respond, and we're going to respond like the U.S. has never seen before. We do $1.3 trillion of two-way trade, and we're like a big family between the U.S. and Canada.
So we're almost out of time here, but we know that President Trump posted on social media that drugs are pouring into the U.S. from both Canada and Mexico, despite no evidence really to back that up. If this is his pretense for imposing tariffs, what should Canada do in response? How do you start to right the ship here in this relationship?
Drugs are pouring in from
First of all, Secretary Lutnick came out and said, yes, we're moving forward. I agree. Let's tighten up the borders on both sides. We put 10,000 personnel along our borders. And it works both ways. We're working with the DEA. We're working with U.S. Border Patrol, with our Canadian Border Patrol. We're ramping it up because we're seeing, so far in the last couple of weeks, we've busted 624 kilos of cocaine coming from the southern border, endless amounts of guns. Illegals are coming across. I agree with President Trump. Let's both tighten up the borders, and we're doing it. Your borders are Holman. He seems to be satisfied because we're showing results. Really? We're listening, and we're agreeing 1%. With the administration. We need to tighten up both sides of the border, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Okay, we will leave it there for now. Ontario Premier Doug Ford, sir, we appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Oh, I just got another.
Love the Americans. God bless America and God bless Canada. Do not let your president do this, or plants will be shutting down within a week.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thanks for watching.
Okay, so let me hold on. I'm going to show you what China just said. Okay, we're going to see China and Canada immediately retaliates. Is what it says. And I didn't see it because I've been live with you guys, so I didn't see it. So let's check out what's being done, because it went into effect midnight last night. So let's see what China has to say. Oh my goodness. This is freaking crazy. All right, here we go.
White House. CNN's Elena Treen, is there so much happening, Elena, in just the last few?
That's right. Let's start with John, because look, this is something that the president had threatened to do. He was moving forward to do it more than a month ago, and now it is here. It's something that's still, even in the final hours yesterday, as they were leading up to this new deadline of this morning, people on Wall Street, people on Capitol Hill were still hoping, and certainly, of course, Ottawa and Beijing and Mexico City were hoping that the president wouldn't move forward with, but now he has. I'm just going to break down exactly what these tariffs are. One is that we know that he has implemented the 25% blanket tariffs on Canada and Mexico. Those took effect this morning. But then he also bumped up tariffs on China from 10% to 20%. And immediately, we've seen some of these countries retaliate with tariffs of their own. China, for example, retaliated by announcing 15% tariffs on chicken, wheat, corn, and cotton imports from the United States. They also announced a 10% tariff on soybeans, pork, beef, and other various goods. Canada, for their part, we heard Prime Minister Justin Trudeau say that they're going to have $30 billion or tariff on $30 billion worth of U.S. goods, and impose an additional $125 billion tariffs on American goods by March 25th. All to say, look, it's unclear how the markets are going to be impacted by this, but this is coming at a time when already you have a very inflation-weary Americans, many of whom do not want to be thrust into this trade war.
We've got Vanessa
Very bad, Michelle.
connecting us out from New York, Mark Stewart, Li Jing, and Paula Newton has reaction from Ottawa in Canada. Vanessa, let me start with you. Let's break down what we know about these tariffs first and foremost.
Well, certainly. We know now that there are tariffs in place on Canada and Mexico, 25% from all goods from Canada and Mexico coming to the United States, and an additional 10% on goods coming in from China into the U.S. right now. And this is critical because consumers get a lot of things from these three major trading partners. Things like oil, food, electronics, and cars. And we can expect that prices on these key commodities will rise. And we just learned moments ago that the president of Mexico announced that she will be putting retaliatory tariff and non-tariff measures in place starting on Sunday. We will learn what those are. But we've already heard from China, who is retaliating with 15% and 10% tariffs on agriculture exports coming from the U.S. going into China. And also similarly, Canada has put additional tariffs in place hitting agriculture products. And that is key for American farmers here because they were hit with retaliatory tariffs in 2018, so much so that the U.S. federal government had to provide financial assistance for them. So yet again, they are taking the brunt of these retaliatory tariffs here in the U.S. And for U.S. consumers, this is coming at a very shaky time economically. Consumer sentiment fell in the month of February. Inflation is starting to heat up. And these tariffs bring a lot of uncertainty in terms of prices. And then consumers usually, as prices rise, they start to pull back. And that has made Wall Street here very nervous. You mentioned at the open there.
See, I just said supply chain issues. We're going to have, you got to think of all the parts that we get from China and other countries with all this new technology that's coming from there. You got to think about all the supplies that we get in. I bring in a lot of stuff. And we started looking at this about 2 months ago. And we don't normally hold stock because everything we do is make to order. But when you're facing this kind of shit, you have to be prepared. And this is not good.
Stocks closed, markets closed, the Dow down by 650 points. Becky, wiping away all gains that were made since Trump was elected back in November. So there's a lot of uncertainty here playing out. Businesses are nervous, consumers are starting to become nervous, and we are really starting to see the beginning of a trade war. And I emphasize beginning because
it is the beginning. And let me tell you, so even if we don't buy it, our vendors that we purchase from, they started sending us emails even the vendors that we buy some of our stuff from that import, they're hiking. So, you're trying to negotiate. If you keep this in stock, we'll guarantee we're going to pull this. This is crazy. This is going to affect every aspect of our lives. Not just food. We're talking about oil. We're talking about gas. Look at the price of eggs now. When I was in Costco there yesterday, I normally get a tray of Dungeness crabs for like $28, $29. We're talking $61, $55. I'm like, are you fucking crazy?
This could obviously only escalate
crazy
from here, Becky.
Yep. And Mark, let me bring you in out of Beijing. Vanessa, thank you. China hitting back then on U.S. agriculture, and it says it won't be bullied. What more on the response from Beijing?
Right, Becky. I think the response from China is very sharp and it's very strategic. As Vanessa mentioned, in 2018, American farmers dealt with the hardships of tariffs.
Yep,
China has made this very calculated move to, again, target farmers, target people who work in food service, to target the agriculture industry. These are jobs. These are people in the United States who live in the Midwest, who live in the middle of America, the heartland. China knew exactly what it was doing. One item on the list of these various tariffs on agriculture products, tariffs that range in anywhere from about 10 to 15% in addition to what we've already seen, are soybeans. Soybeans are important here in China because they are used to feed pigs. Pigs make up the pork industry, a very important commodity, a very important part of the Chinese economy. But it's not just these tariffs. It's the language that we are hearing from the Chinese government, from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The response today, it's a lot more pointed than we've heard even just days ago. Take a listen to some of the remarks we heard just earlier today here from Beijing.
If the U.S. has ulterior motives and insists on waging a tariff war, trade war, or any other kind of war, China will fight the U.S. till the end. We advise the U.S. to put away its bullying face and return to the right track of dialogue and cooperation before it is too late.
You heard that, right? Bullying phase. Everybody is calling him a bully. As I said this years ago, he's like the fat kid that was in a sandbox that nobody wanted to play with. So even his own mother said he was an idiot. And she hoped he never got into politics because he's not that smart. His own mother said that. Come on, people.
Late.
None of this is truly a surprise. It's not a surprise by Beijing, and certainly the United States isn't going to be that surprised by it. I've been talking to a number of sources who are both in diplomatic and economic circles, and the real question was, it wasn't if China was going to respond, it was when and just how strong of a response it would be. And now we have these actions from today. And Becky, as we've talked before, this very much falls in line with China's foreign policy playbook of tit for tat. You hurt me, I will hurt you back. And now China is responding in this very forceful way. Becky.
And perhaps we might have expected that from Beijing, as you might point out, Mark. Paula, let me bring you in. What we might not have expected 2 months ago is a tit-for-tat sort of trade war between the US and Canada. And today, Canada goes so far as to suggest it faces an existential threat from its neighbour. Walk us through what's been done out of the gate in response to these US tariffs. Paula, what more could come from Canada?
Well, Becky, you bring up the salient point here, right? Canada has a free trade agreement that Trump negotiated and signed in 2020. This is not China.
Okay, so you hear that, right? He negotiated it in 2020.
That the U.S.
He did that.
Had considered an adversary. This is Canada, and really it is ripping up the trade book
Wendy.
for what they have negotiated already with allies. So what is Canada doing? Well, it is hitting back with 25% tariffs on goods like meat and vegetables, dairy products, alcohol. Think about it, Becky. Anything in the United States, and we're talking about things like bourbon or wine or beer, will get a 25% tariff. But more than that, many provinces here in Canada, I would say the majority, will now be taking U.S. alcohol off their shelves and refusing to sell it. This is the kind of trade war that we're in for right now. We do expect to hear from Prime Minister Trudeau at 10:30, giving us more details on all of this. But I do want to give you some insight into what is already going on both sides of the border.
Susan.
So right now, customs brokers on the border are trying to figure out when they have a truck that comes in with their bill of shipment, what they must charge those companies that are now shipping from Canada into the United States. It is already leading.
So here's the thing. When you ship it into Canada, okay, you have to send that bill of lading ahead of time. They have to have it. You can't get it when the truck is there. You have to have it. When it gets to that border, all of that stuff then will be taxed. So get it right. When you're shipping into Canada, everything has to be sent before that truck leaves. You need, and then they'll send you an approval, and that's the packet that you give to that driver.
To delays, but more than that, it is already changing the way people, businesses have basically designed all of their assembly, all of their inputs, and it is really wreaking havoc, as I'm hearing from some business owners already. Keep in mind, this morning, Becky, we have already had two top CEOs in the United States from both Best Buy and Target say that Americans will feel this in terms of not just the tariffs that the U.S. has put in, but the retaliatory tariffs from Canada and Mexico and China, that Americans will feel that in the coming days, not just weeks, but days. All of this to make clear that when we say the word tariff, what we could actually be talking about is inflation, because that is the way it's going to lead. What can Canada do next? We will find out more at 10:30. But one thing that is on the table is either adding a levy that Canada would charge more for the United States for any hydropower, gas, natural gas they take from Canada. So putting a levy on that.
Lights out.
And also
Game
perhaps
over.
restricting supplies, which would be an incredibly serious move.
So that's what we're facing. And thank you, Donald. Appreciate you. Thank you. So let me just give you this. Well, this woman was attacked by an alligator.
Also developing tonight, a woman is recovered after being attacked by an alligator while kayaking.
And Fox 35's Chancellor Wynn is live where it happened along the Polk and Osceola County lines. Chancellor, what's the latest from there?
Morning.
Well, John Luann, I can tell you that the woman was bit in the elbow by the alligator, and this happened while she was kayaking in the water. Now, her injuries were so bad she had to be flown to the hospital in a helicopter. Now, multiple agencies responded to help the woman, including the Polk County Sheriff's Office. Now, deputies say a man was also attacked, and he had his life jacket ripped off by the alligator. Florida Fish and Wildlife is overseeing the investigation. And
the alligators are now rebelling too. What's the crocodiles going to do next?
They say that the woman was with a group of around 20 people kayaking at Tiger Creek Preserve in Polk County when the alligator attacked. Now, tonight, we spoke to an alligator expert, Frank Robb, who's the founder of the nonprofit Environmental Education Awareness Research Support and Services. Now, he tells us that he's been working with wildlife for nearly 20 years, and a major concern with an alligator bite is the bacteria that gets in the wound.
They carry gram-negative bacteria in their mouth, which a gram-negative bacteria is very hard to treat. That's a very serious microscopic organism basically there that takes IV antibiotics usually to treat. If you have a wound around your joint, then you have to be worried about irrigating that wound.
The FWC is reminding people to keep a safe distance if you do see an alligator. Only swim in designated areas and never feed an alligator because it's illegal and can cause the alligator to associate people with food. Now, a nuisance alligator trapper has been contracted by the FWC to remove the alligator from the water. Now, we have been.
How did they know which alligator it was? Do you have DNA on these alligators? I want to know, was her elbow in the water? That's what I want to know.
doing a bit of research about alligator attacks. And from 2020 to 2022, FWC says there have been 24 major alligator bites, but none of those bites were fatal. Reporting in Polk County, Chancellor Wynn, Fox 35 News.
Brady, you better get out there. Go check on your
right to
alligator.
the White House. CNN Elena Trine is.
Hold on. Let's look at this death real quick, and then I'm going to go.
Meanwhile, new developments in the death of an inmate who was incarcerated in a county. The Department of Corrections commissioner says 11 staff members involved in the incident have been placed on leave. This all happening at a separate corrections facility right across the street from where Rochester native Robert Brooks died after video shows he was beaten by corrections officers just 3 months ago. 13 Wham's Natalie Calzatoni brings.
So this is across the street in New York at Oneida. Another inmate.
Us the very latest. Natalie.
Karen, New York State Police and docs are investigating the circumstances surrounding the inmate's death. Governor Kathy Hochul calling the matter deeply troubling.
Really?
The death of an inmate is under investigation at another upstate New York facility. Authorities say 22-year-old Messiah Nantwi, an inmate from the Bronx who was incarcerated at Mid-State Correctional Facility in Marcy, was pronounced dead at a nearby hospital Saturday. Governor Kathy Hochul addressing the matter Monday.
Deeply troubling. I'm analyzing the early reports on what is happening.
Nantwi arrived at Mid-State last May to serve a 5-year sentence for the possession of a weapon. 9 prisoners interviewed by the New York Times Sunday say Nantwi was beaten by corrections officers. The Times says the prisoner's accounts could not be independently confirmed, and a spokesperson for docs says the death is under investigation.
The actual cause of death is not known, but it is my highest priority to get to the bottom of this and find out exactly what happened. We'll make sure the press knows as soon as we do.
Department of Corrections Commissioner Daniel Marcello III says 11 staff members involved in the incident have since been placed on leave.
As I indicated, we've made referrals to outside independent investigators with the Attorney General and the state police. We need to let that process play out. In the interim, we have placed staff on administrative leave, and we have to wait for the investigation to unfold.
His death comes nearly 3 months after prosecutors say Rochester native Robert Brooks was fatally beaten by corrections officers right across the street from Mid-State at Marcy Correctional Facility. 10 officers are facing criminal charges in that case, 6 of them charged with murder. No additional details were released about Nantwi's cause of death. The state attorney general's office says the Office of Special Investigation is conducting a preliminary assessment of the matter. Karen?
Thank you. Also developing tonight, a woman is recovering after being attacked.
This is an ongoing thing with these prison guards. This is something that happens all the time. Hi, Ghostface. How are you, sweetie? This is nothing new. They're called the death squads. They're called the beating squads. This is something that goes on. And when you file a complaint, you get retaliated against. Okay? So before we go out of here, let me let you see my boy. He's so much fun. Let's see. What is he talking about now? Now, Hadamaka is funny. He's funny. So let's see what he's talking about today.
Beggars Anonymous, how may I fund your life today?
I got an emergency situation.
That's Chef Carl.
Oh, yeah? Well, tell me all about it. Let's see what we can do, bud.
I'm stranded.
Mm-hmm.
My bank account is negative.
Negative bank account. Gotcha.
I'm hot. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm broke.
Well, my little needy friend, you just described more than half of America. Well, tell me what you want me to do. How can I assist?
I've been outside. I got a rental vehicle through work and it broke down on Friday.
Now, this is the man that actually stole from his grandmother. He's a piece of shit. He goes by Chef Carl on TikTok. He's had 2 pages banned, maybe 3 by now. Chantel would know better. And he just comes up there 4 ways to donate. Please tell your mother, your co-workers, your friends, anybody. Everything helped. His bank was negative $4,000, and he wanted everybody to replenish it.
I've been outside. I got a rental vehicle through work for work, and it broke down on Friday.
Yeah.
And I've been outside in the street ever since.
Oh, no.
And this ain't no good.
Well, I do apologize, but I see here that you have reached the weekly max of your small emergency beggary funds. So unless it's something that's very dire or serious, we can't do anything else for you, sir. You've been begging all week.
And then somebody just stole my shoes a while ago. I went to use the bathroom. Took a while, and I came back. And my shoes are gone. Somebody stole them.
All right, listen. Well, I'll make an exception, but this is the last beg for the rest of the month. What do you want me to do?
So I need $100 right now to pay the cell phone bill.
$100 cell phone.
So I need $100.
He went to use the bathroom and someone stole his shoes. So you went to the bathroom with no shoes on? I'm so confused, Chef Carl.
That'll give me the cell phone bill paid, and that'll give me something to eat, okay?
Gatorade, Mr. Beggington, I beg your pardon. You have said nothing about being hot. We are not paying for that. All right, well, I didn't see you were sweating at first. That's all the proof I needed. What else do you need me to do?
I need $435 in my account.
Mr. Beggington.
Also, for the rental vehicle through work for work. Also, I need to buy a pair of shoes because somebody stole my freaking shoes. And I need to get a hotel room to get out of this heat. Plus, I need a haircut.
Go to hell. Beggars Anonymous, how may I fund your life today?
My motor in my car blew up.
Oh, no.
And I don't have any family that can financially help me in any kind of way.
Motor in the car blew up, no family. Go ahead.
And so
she wants 2,280, but her goal is 5,000. Okay.
I'm just trying to raise $5,000.
Mrs. Ascaberry.
To get a dependable SUV that pays for the SUV, the tags, the taxes, and the first month's full month car insurance, so that I'll be covered as soon as it gets on the road.
All right. Well, we did a credit beggary check and it came back fuck out of here. So thank you and have a nice day.
I'm not gonna help you. Fuck, I need my car no pay. What do y'all not understand about that? Like, seriously, this is not a joke. This is real life shit. Like, I'm about to lose my car because of y'all.
Because
of y'all can help me pay my car note. Y'all got money. Y'all go to work every day. All y'all self-employed. Most of y'all self-employed. Y'all got your own business.
So let me get this right. Now, this motherfucker right here is crazy. Let me get this right. She about to lose her car because of y'all. Because y'all go to work every day. And most of y'all have your own businesses. So while she sits her ass home and does nothing, can y'all pay my damn car note, please? Can y'all pay my rent? Because I'll be damned. Somebody better come off some damn money. God, Jesus, these people getting paid.
I just need y'all to help me real quick because I am trying to pay my phone bill.
I'm finna let my car go. Y'all finna help me get my car no pay. Like y'all should be doing as real kind people, genuine people.
I'm being evicted. If you guys would like to help, DM me. My Cash App would be right here.
I got 7 kids. No no nothing. And all I'm asking for is a hotel? Is y'all serious? That's it. That's all. I've been asking for days.
$5,000. Yes, exactly what we said. We need $5,000.
We need $5,000.
Can we please get $1,000 by 12 o'clock?
Please.
Pretty please.
I need $250 more because Jesse just helped me out. Pretty girl 123 just helped me out. A few people just helped me out. Can I get $250 more? Can y'all help me out and send me $250 more?
Can y'all send me some money, please? Can y'all please send me some damn money?
Dude, by the fruit. What it do, little Brister? I see you over there looking like a baby porcupine. What it do for one time?
Now.
You always ain't happy about something, fish sticks. What is it this time? That escrow activator quit activating?
Because I'm finna call the police. Hold on, let me have them come to my house.
You better not be calling the police again because DoorDash forgot your ketchup, Count Fatula. They already told you what happened again. They gonna lock you and them burnt popcorn kernels on your beard up.
Seriously, these people are all on
Yeah,
TikTok.
can I get an officer at my house, at my apartment, please? I want this package traced. I don't know how they got my address. They sending me sex toys and sex stuff to my house, and I would like a trace.
Oh no, Pop-Tart, you calling the police over sex toys? Now if you don't want it, I don't know what it is, but I damn sure know what it ain't.
I don't know who was it.
This nigga said I don't know who was it. Yes you do, nigga. It was Wish. You ordered it in July and you forgot. You know Wish still delivered by a horse and carriage, so you shouldn't have ordered from them.
So anyway, Hadama, I'm gonna put his channel link here. He is funny as hell. No, look, I watched Heather. No, I didn't watch her. She posted a picture of her baby and her not covering up the baby's picture. I haven't. Hold on a second. Let me see if she has something on Heather, because I really stopped following her on IG. She was really making me upset with the shit she was doing and kept posting that baby's picture, even though the social workers told her, the courts told her not to do it. She still kept doing it. And the mother-in-law, well, his mother had the baby, according to her. Let me see what Heather has. Let me see what she's doing, because she was going live on YouTube for a while, and she wouldn't even be reading the comments at all. She'd just be sitting there talking, and I'm sitting there going, woman, oh, I think they took her channel. I think they took her channel. I don't see it. Letitia Collins' mother called the police on her last night, 12 o'clock this morning. Bomb is covering Letitia Collins. This woman is psycho. I don't see anything on Heather on YouTube at all. Her channel is not here. Wait a minute. It's GoPro, right? Wait a minute. GoPro. Hold on. GoPro Solo. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if her channel's still here. No. Oh, she changed her name. Hold on. Let me see what she's done. Oh, she's live right now. Heather is live right now. Hold on. She's going to visit Weston, and he's been in the system for 12 months. Is she pregnant again? Hold on, let me go behind her. Hold on. I just went behind her. She has a job? Heather is pregnant again, guys. Okay, let me stop this. Hold on. I want you to look. Heather is pregnant right now. Look at her stomach. Look, Heather is pregnant. Yes, she's live on YouTube. Look, she's pregnant again. Look at this. She's sitting in a coffee shop putting on her makeup. Hold on, let's move a little. She looks pregnant again. Let me see. She's not talking. She's just putting on makeup. Tell me this woman isn't pregnant again. Look. She's pregnant. Camden, she watches my videos and she'll leave me a comment. Heather is pregnant again. Look at this. Or am I seeing things? Heather. does look good, but she looks pregnant. Her waist, look at her. She's pregnant. Oh my God, she's pregnant again. Did she get pregnant to be in a homeless shelter?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this girl is pregnant again. Seriously, I'm looking at this.
So with all like,
Look. Hold on. She's not talking at all. Let me see something. This girl is pregnant. Hold on. Let me get another look at another video. Let me see something.
Updates, as per the usual, I get
That's
to
an
do
old
this
video.
so in a way that I can save
No,
and
it's
show
not
quality
old.
with witnesses.
How old is this one? She
And I
doesn't
know
look
that sounds
pregnant.
super dramatic for some people or weird or.
They say she's live. She doesn't look pregnant, but in the other in the live right now, she looks pregnant. She looks pregnant here.
Is it about case, file charges? None of that needs to happen. All that needs to happen is I now have the ability to walk away and keep a roof over my head, which does a whole lot for the profit sector. I myself personally believe that everyone should have more than just enough. Show that I was on, and I ended up living in this beautiful Airbnb in Uptown. And while I was living in this Airbnb, one of my roommates was a programmer and coder. And
you're lying.
As the days passed, variations
that's
of
her,
my
channel. Change the name on it.
amount of
It's
control or a
1H
lack thereof. You know, and I'm not talking about self-control. I'm talking about.
Is she still with?
I mean, not so much virtual.
It wasn't our choice.
I hope this girl is not pregnant again. But she looks pregnant here
My
too.
My cart is all messed up. Would you mind throwing this in the trash for me, please? Please.
Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, I can't. I hope she's not pregnant. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. You guys have a nice day. I'm still going through Pastor John Paul Miller's 43 pages of his lawsuit. And I think I kind of covered all of it, the main stuff. But I was trying to get to his mother's affidavit, and I got sidetracked and I had to do some other stuff. So if I come live tomorrow morning, we'll go through that one as well. But I'm still trying to get a hold of Burrow's lawsuit against Diddy. And so I can read through that one. Sarah, how are you doing? I need to check on Vault too. I've had some crazy shit going for a while, but we're going to get through it. And I just want to say thank you. And my God, Jen came in here and she was making it rain. So before I get out of here, let me say thank you. As soon as it pops up, I want to thank you, Jen for the 2, Jen for the 2, Jen for the 2, Scotland for the 5, Michelle LaBelle for the $3.99, and Jen for the 2. I really want to say thank you guys, and I enjoyed I enjoyed coming in this morning and discussing Diddy. I'm going to go through and look and see, can I find that other case? I'm also going to go and see, can I find the other part of LB Shore's interview, and day 26 as well. Also, if you guys haven't watched the Barge documentary, I really think I really think you would want to watch it. It's sad. is troubling. I keep forgetting what their father did to them. I need to call Sarah this morning so she and I can have a conversation. I'm going to bring Sarah on, and there's a couple of other mothers that I'm going to bring on. Maybe at the same time, but I'll see, for kids that are missing. And True Crime Tribe has been really instrumental in getting me in touch with a couple of these women. So I will see what I can schedule. I'm trying to see, I think I want to do them all at the same time. I really, really do. But we know with Sarah, but we know with Sarah, Sarah's going to talk. So, Savage, I miss you. Are you going live today, Savage? Is she here? Is she still here? Savage, are you going to go live today? Please. Please. I got to finish watching Jen's live. She's not answering me, guys. She's not answering. I hope Savage goes live because I really miss her going live. Thank you, Susan. Thank you. I'm trying to see if Savage is going to go live today. She said yes. Oh, Savage, stop saying. Savage is going live tonight, guys. She's self-promoting herself, but it's okay. I don't mind. I love my Savage. Savage will be live tonight. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I am so excited. Okay, she's going live at 6:15 Eastern. That'll be 3:15 Pacific time and 5:15 Central. Savage live tonight. Savage Speaks will be live tonight. And I can't wait. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad that there is respect in the chat, and I love it. Thank you. Thank you all. I'll see you at Savages. Don't forget, go to Savages. Respect the chat. Don't bring outside stuff in there because I will be blocking if there's any commotion in that chat. Fair warning. Love you guys. Have a great day. Drop Savage's link one more time, Susan, for me, please. Thank you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you. Savage, you can self-promote anytime. Anytime. I saw you in here early and I forgot to ask you if you were going to go live because I know you were going to try to go live last week. But Savage is live tonight and I'm so excited. See you guys later. Love you. Have a great day. And I'm sorry that some of my commentary, I was muted. That's my own damn fault for playing around with stuff on my desk. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Have a great day. Oh, I love it. Bye, guys. See you later on in Savages. Bye.